This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Western Europe Satellite Studio po, and we are currently broadcasting live from Belgium, France, Monaco, and Switzerland. Would like to greet everyone po a happy Sunday, and thank you po for spending your Sunday once again here with us po. I'm Sister Victoria Elenita Lopez from the local of Antwerp, Belgium, and I'll be one of your hosts for today. However, I'm not alone, so let's now go to my beautiful sister and co-host, Ate Kate.
Goedemorgen, goedenamiddag en goedenavond aan al onze kijkers hier bij INCRadio Western Europe Satellite Studio. I am Sister Kate Reviewis from the Grooveship Service of Haastoptenberg, Belgium. And yes, happy Sunday to all.
Yes, so like you already said, we'd like to greet everyone, especially those in the Philippines who are tuning in po. Good night po there. And of course, thank our Almighty God for allowing us to have our broadcast today. Of course, our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and Brother Angelo V. Manalo, our Christian Family Organization Coordinator.
Yes, and we can be watched or streamed live here on our YouTube channel. Just search for INC Radio DZM 954 and click live now. You can also follow us on Instagram, on INC News and Updates, and on Twitter, INC News _updates to always stay updated on the latest church news, activities, and INC Radio programs. But you can also follow us on our INC Radio official pages on Facebook and on Instagram on our name handles, INC Radio Official. So time check, it is 5:04 p.m. Central European Summer Time, and in the Philippines, of course, it's 11:04 p.m. Philippine time. So, good night. But before you go to sleep, please stay tuned for this broadcast. So now let's go to our weather check. Currently here in where I am in Leuven, it is 16 degrees here in Belgium. The sun finally came out because kind of cloudy this morning, but yeah, it is getting warmer next week. So I am very excited for that, right, at April. So yeah, hopefully for the rest of the district, it's also warm. Let's check here in Geneva. It is currently 21 degrees. And apparently it says it's very sunny there. So that's quite good. Next week, it's also very, very hot. Like 31 degrees. So look out for that. In Paris, it is 19 degrees, partly cloudy, so a little bit of sun maybe. And it gets up to 32 degrees next week. I mean, hopefully it doesn't change for you. So summer is really here. And in Monaco, of course, it's 26 degrees. Wow, it's really warm there. It is very sunny. And next week, it's also going to be very warm and sunny. So, yeah, let's hopefully have a very sunny week because this past week has been, kind of cloudy, but it's okay. And so let's go on and read some of our YouTube comments, a lot of them, actually. So I have here first from Sister Wilma Flores saying happy Sunday to everyone po. From local of Basti, we have Ka Diego saying happy Sunday po mga kapatid. We have Ka Reynaldo Cueja from Basti. We have Ka Alphonse Van Heckes saying watching from Torhout. We have Sister Anna Lorela saying from Basti, hello po mga kapatid, happy viewing po. Ka Ryan Ann saying happy viewing po from local of Basti, France. We have Ka Susan Pineda saying happy viewing po and happy Sunday from local ng Versailles. We have Ka Lolita Valdez saying happy viewing po from Basti. And then we have from Ka Jenny Veloria saying, happy Sunday po from Valdoise. We have Camilla Rocafort from Valdoise. Also commenting, we have Ka Annabelle saying, good afternoon po sa lahat. Happy viewing to all. We have Ka Meng Tungkab from Basti. Also commenting, we have Ka Bernard Palileo saying happy viewing po from Basti. We have a lot from Basti here. We have Ka Rosita Antalan. Hello mga kapatid from Basti. Ka Judy Palileo saying happy long weekend po from Basti. Yes, it is indeed a long weekend here in Western Europe. We have Ka Loida Licaro saying from Valdoise, happy viewing po. We have Ka Apple saying from Valdoise, bonjour po. Let's see. Let me just scroll a bit more for the others to be read also. We have here Kajeri Tumbaga from Basti. Happy CFO Sports Day. We have Susan Pineda. Happy watching po and happy Sunday. Enjoy for INC Radio from local ng Versailles. We have Mildred Salangsang saying hello po. Happy viewing po mga kapatid. All right. Let me scroll a bit more. Kasi ang dami talaga. We have Kamean Glauser saying happy sunny Sunday po from Geneva North. We have Kamarvin Manalo from Basti also commenting. We have Vanessa Sinamban, happy viewing po from Nice. Janice Maliwat saying hello po, happy viewing po from Basti. And yeah, many more at April. Maybe you have some.
Yes, let me read here. We have from Sir Charmel Sikat, happy viewing po from Basti, obviously. We have from Sister INC, happy viewing po from Antwerp, Belgium. We have from Sister Margot Odulio, hello po, greetings from Valdoise. From Ate Vanessa Sinamban, happy viewing po from Nice. We have here from Kenneth Rubivi saying happy Sunday to all po, watching from the group worship service of Hest of Denberg. Here we have from Sister Melody Morano saying hello po sa lahat ng mga kapatid. God bless po. We have from Sir Louise Jane, good afternoon po. Happy viewing po sa lahat from Basti. And lastly, for now, we have from Sir Evangeline Obejo saying hello po mga kapatid. Happy viewing from the from the group worship service of Hest of Limberich po. So yes, keep on commenting po, and we'll read all your comments later on in our broadcast, and especially when it comes to our topic for today po. However, we will now take the time to have a break po. So to our beloved Kuya Tech in the Philippines, please show us po the pictures of our INC News Live report, the activity of CWS Storybook reading po. In the local congregation of Versailles, France, in the ecclesiastical district of Western Europe, the young members of the Children's Worship Service delighted in a fun and enriching CWS storybook reading activity. The young brethren listened attentively as engaging stories with valuable lessons were read out loud. The children were drawn into the world of storytelling, learning about important values such as kindness, obedience, faith, and compassion. With bright eyes and eager smiles, the children interacted with the stories through questions and discussions, making the experience both educational and enjoyable. Activities like these continue to build a strong foundation for the children's faith, fostering unity among the youth and deepening their commitment to remain active members of the church. With the loving guidance of the church administration, these young brethren are inspired to grow spiritually while developing meaningful habits that will benefit them through their lives. So as you can see there po, the activity was very fun po, and we're glad to see the brethren actively participating in those types of activities. So yes, welcome back to INC Radio Western Europe Satellite Studio po. And before we continue, we'd like to give many shout outs and thanks po to, first of all, Brother Montreal Boy, our INC Media Productions Section Chief, Brother Wally Taray, our INC Radio Station Manager, Brother Jeffrey Rivera, our INC Radio Assistant Station Manager, Brother Marvin Adriano, our District Minister, Brother Jeffrey Morano, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Christian Celestino, our District Christian Family Organization Overseer, and Brother Christian Andrew Viloria, our District Multimedia Advisor. Ayan po. So now it's time for our weekly trivia questions at the Kate. What do you think?
Yes, indeed. But before that, let's go on and introduce first our, of course, weekly joiner. Hello, po, Brother Etienne.
Hello, sisters.
Hi. Can
Hi.
you, do you have any greetings or shout outs?
Yes, I would like to greet the local congregation of Geneva South and North, all the brethren and the ministers. Also, I would like to greet my entire family, my parents, my wife, and whoever who can recognize me.
Ayan. Thank you so much. So let's go on to our trivia question, Ka Etienne. So those also in the live chat, please also join us, and maybe you can also help at the April and Ka Etienne here, because these questions are quite hard, I see. Okay, first question. Which organ in the human body produces insulin? Liver, A, liver, B, pancreas, C, kidney, or D, stomach? At April.
Um, I work with senior citizens, and some of them have diabetes, so I feel like I should know this. And if I'm not mistaken, Ate, I I think it's B, pancreas, but I'm not sure whatsoever. So Etienne, if you have another answer, go ahead.
Kai Chen, how about you?
When it's about a human body, it's always like tricky, but quite interesting. It's always important to know. So to answer to that question, we say pancreas.
Okay, pancreas. So let's see here. The first comment I see is Ate Me. Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's Ate Ace pala. Ate Ace saying pancreas. And then we have Ate Mean saying B as well, pancreas. We have Kasusan saying A, liver. We have, again, more B, pancreas. Karosi Amon says B. Kanora says B. Ate Von says B. Ka Lindell Kim Flores says B. Ka Rosana says B. Okay. Ka Isabella says B. Ka Armel says B. We have Ka Rosemary saying liver. We have Ka Kristen Villoria saying B. Hello. We have a few liver, I think. Yeah, pancreas, some pancreas. Okay, so majority I would say is pancreas. But let's see. The correct answer is pancreas. That's me. The pancreas produces insulin, a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels. It plays a vital role in glucose metabolism. Okay. I didn't know this. Okay, moving on. So, question number 2. What type of energy is stored in food? A, electrical energy, B, chemical energy, C, thermal energy, or D, nuclear energy? Kaichen, what do you think?
Well, I believe that's something that everybody should know, because without food we cannot live, right? So
Yes.
so my answer is chemical energy.
Okay, chemical. At April, you also say yes?
Yes, chemical energy.
Okay, okay, let's see. Ka Isabella says B, chemical energy. We have Karasana saying B. Karosi says C. Atimean says B. Kanormita B. So we have A, D. Okay. We have chemical energy, chemical energy, chemical energy, chemical daw. Okay, so majority is chemical. Okay, so the correct answer is B, chemical energy. That's correct. So, food contains chemical energy stored in the bonds of molecules. Our bodies break these down during digestion and release energy. Imagine if it's nuclear, though. Okay.
Imagine, Ate.
We're out of
Wow.
this world.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so third question. Which metal is commonly used to make electrical wiring due to its conductivity? A, iron, B, copper, C, aluminum, or D, silver? At April.
Well, Ate, this is the question I'll probably get wrong. Because I have no idea. Um, um, Wiring. Okay, electrical wiring. Uh, Copper? I no,
Okay.
guys. Okay, what's your answer, brother?
Well, that's a tough question. Okay. Well done. I have no idea. So I would just guess. I would say iron.
Okay, iron. So Ate April says copper. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah.
Let me see up here. Ate A says, oh wait, let me scroll up to the first one. Oh, there we go. We have Papa saying copper. We have Caranilo saying B, also copper. Ate A says copper. She's not sure. Karasana says V. Ate Man says iron. Isabella says B. We have Kaana, Caraberto also saying copper. We have B, copper, B, A. Some say A. A lot more say B. Okay, so the correct answer is B, copper. So copper is widely used in electrical wiring because it has excellent electrical conductivity, is relatively inexpensive, and is durable. All right. I mean, I think the only way to remember this is to see that the wirings are usually like copper colored, like rose gold color. You know what I mean? Rustic color. Okay. So fourth question. What is the term for animals that are active during night? A. Diurnal. B. Nocturnal. C. Crepuscular. Or D. Arboreal. Ano ba naman? I can't. I cannot pronounce them. Okay. Kaichen.
I would say nocturnal.
Okay, nocturnal. Ate April.
Same because it starts with an N. So night. Nocturnal.
And okay, that's a good way to think of it.
You start with N.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so here we have Ka Richard Tumbaga saying B. Nocturnal. Kamean says B. Karasana says B. Kanora says B. Okay, so a lot of them say B. B. Okay, so nocturnal. I've not seen. Okay, so the correct answer, sorry, I read some comments there. So correct answer is B, nocturnal. Nocturnal animals are active at night and rest during the day. Examples include owls, bats, and some species of cats. Okay, I didn't know about the cats, but I knew about the owls and the bats. Okay, the more you know. And last question. What is the main function of red blood cells? A. Fight infections. B. Carry oxygen. C. Produce hormones. Or D. Clot blood. Oh, Ate April.
Uh, well, biology. Yeah.
Yeah, biology. I mean,
I feel like A is the white blood cells. So not A. C and D. I'm not. Yeah, I'll go for B. Carry oxygen, but I'm not sure. Again, actually, with all my answers. So
okay.
let's see with what
Kaichen.
Kaizen thinks.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, let's biology. It's always tough. But I would say carry oxygen because the oxygen goes through the lungs, so that would make sense. Carry
Okay.
oxygen. Yeah.
Okay. Carry oxygen. All right. So let's see what everyone else says. Maybe they're helping you. Oh, everyone says B. B. Okay. Carry oxygen. Oxygen. B. Okay. So everyone joins you in unison. Western Europe is in unison here. Okay, so the correct answer is indeed B. So carry oxygen. So red blood cells transport oxygen from the lungs to the body's tissues and carry carbon dioxide back to the lungs to be exhaled. And this is the only trivia question or trivia question where all the answers are letter B. The more you know. Yeah, it is. I was so surprised. Okay, so I think a lot of people got that right. Thank you so much for joining us in our trivia questions. So at the April, let's go on to our topic.
Yes, Ate. But before we continue, let me quickly read some greetings before we go on to our topic for today. I saw here from Brother Leonico Mariano saying, watching from the local of Paris po. We have Sister Nora Caterina saying, greetings from Paris. We have here from Sir Lolita Danganan, warm greetings to our brethren all over Europe po. From Soraya Ligsay, hello po, happy viewing po. From Bastille. We have from, they're all answers from the trivia
Yeah, there
questions.
are.
We have from, let me scroll up, from Sir Jamie Silangsang. Hello po, happy viewing po from Versailles. Sir Rosana Gavino saying greetings from Valdoise. And lastly, for now, we have from Brother Wesley Tumbaga, happy viewing po mga kapatid. Let's always be united, from Valdoise daw po. So yes, with all of that being said, let's now move on to our topic for today, which is progress over perfection, redefining exam success. Stressing over getting everything right. And you're not alone when it comes to that, because I'm a student as well. We've all been students, I think. And today we will dig into the idea that chasing perfection during exams can do more harm actually than good. Instead, we're talking about how embracing progress, however small, can lead to real success and less burnout. So make sure po to join us in our conversation for honest insights, mindset shifts, and personal tips to help you show up, do your best, and let go of the pressure to be perfect. So, yes, it's a really interesting topic and timely because, if I'm not mistaken, we are in the midst of exam season period right now. So, yes, Brother Etienne, my first question to you is, why do you think so many students feel the need to be perfect during exam season, brother?
Well, nowadays, I think students often feel the need to be perfect during exams. Due to high expectation from the parents, from the family, from anyone who believes that their children will be maybe like a future doctor, future law attorney. So they put so much stress and pressure on themselves
Mhm.
that will have actually negative consequences on the performance. Like it can lead with like fear of failure, um, like lack of self confidence. They might just like black out during the exam. It can be
Mhm.
an oral exam or writing exam.
Yeah.
Through these feelings of like, yeah, I want to do 100% of my test, so I have to study hard like every day for hours. I've been through that,
Really?
yeah, and I made the mistake once until I realized, of course, through my mother, who I uh, I love so much, because she's a teacher. So
Oh,
she
okay.
she told me like everything you can possibly do to avoid um putting this kind of like almost unlivable pressure to yourself. Like just do your best. Like learn wisely by doing
Mm-hmm.
like brainstorming or um, organize your thoughts with the main topic, putting like keywords, um,
Mm-hmm.
this kind of thing, and most especially before the exam, take a deep breath, think positively, of course,
Yeah.
pray to our God. That's also quite important because He is the one who will also guide you. And like I said, do your best. So yeah, to avoid like performance issues and potentially in their learning.
That's very true, brother. And it is true that usually it comes from pressure, expectations from your environment, whether it be your parents, family members, your peers, and I would say even online, because it's in on social media, people tend to just share the good sides of their life, right, and their successes. And if you only see that, you might feel the pressure to be to to have the same, to do the same. And it can be indeed very damaging to you. You could lose your confidence in yourself, and that's the last thing you want during the exam period, because you should be confident in what you have studied and your own qualities. But most importantly, like you already mentioned, brother, and that's beautiful that you said that, pray, because we cannot do anything without our Almighty God's help. So yes, I definitely agree with that. What about you, Atikate? Why do you think many students feel the need to be perfect during exam season?
It depends. Maybe they have their personal goals and,
Mm.
they want to be top in their class. Sometimes it's, let's face it, it's sometimes expectations from our parents as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, different reasons talaga. And it really depends on the situation you're in.
Yeah.
I, for one, I think before I was very on my grades because of the expectation of my parents.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, I mean, shout out Papa, academically strict.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for me personally, they were quite academically strict. And, trying to reach that expectation, um, because you want to make them proud. You
Yeah.
want to give them reason that show them that I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's not your parents or your friends or whoever else, it could also just be for yourself. You want to prove to
Yeah.
yourself now, I want to, I want to show them that kaya ko makipagsabayan. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's like that, eh.
Mm.
That you can, you can run along with the other people who are also doing really academically well.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are different reasons, but those are just a few. Yeah.
No, that's true, Ate. And sometimes you feel like you owe that to yourself for all your
Yeah.
hard work, that you want to be successful and pass, obviously. So yeah, I definitely agree. I also saw a comment from Sister Nora saying, when I was still a student, to be perfect is everything's cool, but failure comes for me. So make sure to just relax. And due to my experience when I was student, I think yeah, you have to concentrate as well on your studies. That's true. Sometimes there can be distractions, and even the pressure is, you could say, a distraction. So yes, make sure that you know what your goal is. And it's also a good thing, wanting to make your parents proud, yourself proud. So use that as a motivation rather than something negative, or as a like pressure or reason to stress out, yun po. So yeah, maybe we can go to our next question again, back to Brother Etienne. You already mentioned a couple, but what could be some negative effects of perfectionism on student mental health and even their performance at school?
Uh, wow. Uh, Perfectionism. Well, of course, at first it can cause a lot of stress,
Yeah.
worry, anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
because of the fear of failure, as I mentioned at the first question. Um, but it depends on the person, actually, the person, like mental strengths, uh, and the way the person is studying and
Yeah.
learning.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like it can also have deeper negative consequences, such as depression, uh, anxiety disorders, and many more mental health disorder. It could be also eating disorders.
Mhm.
Uh, and with all of these negative feelings and so it will damage your learning, and you will feel like you are unable to succeed, and that mentally, if you are not strong enough, it will result with negatively. So that will have serious impact in yourself. Like
Yeah.
you will feel like I can't do anything right,
Mm.
and I will disappoint my parents. I will disappoint my entire family because of this. So, like expecting perfection of yourself, like you said, sister April, it's one way to motivate yourself, but putting too much, it will be
Yeah.
the opposite. So
Exactly.
uh, to all students, just have to of course to set up goals to yourself, but not to set up too much, because
Yeah.
the more you do that, the more stress, the more worry, the more pressure you will add, and you might have negative result at the end. So
No, those are
just
true,
just do
brother.
your best. That's what I think.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do more than that. And everything that you said, like anxiety, stress, even unfortunately for others, depression. And that's also the reason why it's very important for us, especially as members of the Church of Christ, to always pray. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure all of us. I think like going to the worship services, it even inspires you to keep going on, especially in these stressful times for students. And um, for me personally, it sometimes even affects my appetite, my sleeping schedule. Because of the stress, I tend to overthink at night, and then I can't fall asleep, or I don't sleep properly throughout the night. And those are indeed things that negatively impact my mental health, my overall health, I could say. And performance, it also has an impact on that, because if you don't sleep well, you cannot concentrate, right, in class, and even during your exams. So yeah, what about you, at the Kate? What are maybe some negative effects you personally experience, or you've seen with others, when it comes to being perfectionistic, in your studies exams?
Well, I mean, I think the most obvious one is having anxiety, because of the worries now. Oh, did I study enough? Did I do enough?
Mm,
But yeah, Kai Chen really said it all. All you have to do is just pray and just do your best, and you know God is there who will determine for you what the results will be. But I actually read some comments here. We have Sister Yvonne saying, as a student going through exams, the negative effects that I have experienced are overthinking or worrying about making mistakes, low self-esteem, burnout, and procrastination.
Good
That's a
point.
very big one and very relatable. We have Arlene also saying a little progress each day is better, and it adds up over time to achieve your goals and get results. That's very true. We have also naman Kaaiza saying perfectionists tend to be extremely self-critical, especially if they are unable to meet their high standards. They might say to themselves, okay, or I should have done better. Sorry. I should have done better. That's true. That is very true. And she also followed up, the self criticism can cause people to feel a range of negative emotions,
Mm.
including anger, anxiety, depression, and guilt. That is very true. Wow, we have a lot of. Thank you so much for sharing that. Um, and definitely, there are a lot of those negative effects talaga na sometimes it's better just not to be such a perfectionist.
Yeah, that's true, Ate. And sometimes it's easier said than done, but it is true. At the end of the day, I think Kaitin said it. We just do our best, and we cannot do more, and rely on our Almighty God. And as long as we do our part, and of course pray, then everything will fall into place. And if there are times that we fail, I always remind myself God has a plan for me. Um, and it's far greater than I can imagine right now, because you tend to feel sad when things don't go as planned. But if we put all our trust in our Almighty God, then everything will turn out fine po. So especially for the students, please be kind to yourself, and we are all very proud of you, of course. So yeah, brother, for now, let's go to our last question. We have talked about the effects of perfectionism, but maybe what are some simple mindset shifts students can make to start valuing progress over perfection?
Hmm. Very good question. Um, from what I have experienced, for me, the simple mindset is to shift from valuing perfection to valuing progress. I don't know if you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. It's like because to me, perfection it's a very step to reach. It's almost impossible.
Yeah,
But progress, you can do it step by step,
yeah, that's true.
and that's what I'm trying to share to all students. The students can adopt a growth mindset, embrace mistakes because everybody makes mistakes as learning opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And when they succeed, they succeed, yeah, an exam, they can celebrate with small wins, like gift, small gift, like a treat,
Yeah.
uh, just to make them feel better. Say, yeah, I did it. I'm so proud of myself. So that means I can do it even more. Um, and then they can also focus on the efforts they put in, rather only on the outcome,
Mm-hmm.
and practice self compassion instead of self criticisms, like
Yeah.
someone in the comments have wisely mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a bit difficult because it's about your own mindset,
Yeah.
but if you have like mental support, especially from your parents, they are like guiding you, and also without forgetting our father, uh, you can do it. You can succeed all of the exams. Just have to believe in yourself, have faith in you, and of course, God will provide.
No, that's very true, brother. And I love how you focused on, yes, that we should rather put our focus on growing and making those small steps, and really look at the progress instead of reaching perfection, because it is almost impossible to reach that, right? No one is perfect at the end of the day. um so yes, and for me, brother, I will actually keep that in mind. Rewarding yourself, like you mentioned, small things. um because I think for many students, when we finished a task or an exam, and we're just relieved that it's over, right? But we don't really celebrate, or for most, we don't really celebrate or reward ourselves. So from now on, I will reward myself with Bubble tea.
Yeah, bubble tea,
Right.
like a fairy cake, even sometimes, uh, a McDonald's or anything that you love to do
Yes.
as a reward. And then because this will bring you so much positivity that you will be even more motivated and ready to overcome the next exam.
That's true, brother. It really works as a motivation. So yes, we already many things and things that I will also take with me, especially in this exam period. However, maybe it's time to take a small break and watch and listen to an INC CMV from our district, and it's titled "Wake Up, Po." So please stay tuned.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Keep that chain of God's a prayer Burdens weighing you down every day, feeling as though you have lost your way. Enduring every hardship you must bear, feeling lonely as if no one's there. Just hold on tight, remember you'll be alright. Sometimes blessings do come in disguise. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Keep touching up God's prayer. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Keep touching up God's wake up, wake till my school breeze. See the sun breaking through the town trees. We still go on, we still living and breathing. We know that we were called to be your father's chosen. He's our guardian man, our shield, our God bless us with the armor we can wield. He always gives us the strong determination so that we all will be able to gain our true salvation. Just hold on tight, remember you'll be alright. Sometimes blessings do come in disguise. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Keep catching up, God's a prayer. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Keep catching up, God's a
And welcome back to INC Radio Western Europe Satellite Studio. And that was the Iglesia ni Cristo music video called Wake Up. And now let's go on and read some of our YouTube comments. We have here, happy birthday po, Ka Felman. From Ka Christian Celestino, Ka Rodel says, happy birthday po sa aming third PD, Ka Felman, Ka Beltera. Happy birthday po. We have Caperla del Rosario saying happy Sunday po to all. We have Karansi Magalona saying, hello po, happy viewing po from local of Templo Central. Kamusta po kay Christian Celestino ng lokal ng Basti. We have also Kanora saying sometimes you should take it easy to be relaxed and keep thinking I can do it myself. Arlene also says positive encouragement and assurance from parents can help a lot instead of pressuring them to achieve a perfect grade, for example. That's a good one because that's our next question. So we'll keep that in mind, Caroline. Thank you. Let me read a few more. We have at the A saying mistakes and failures are essential for self-growth and most especially to grow our faith as it reminds us to trust in God and that we need him in everything we do. True.
Absolutely.
That's very true. We have Kaivan naman saying every exams I always buy myself an ice cream even though the exam was hard. At the end, I
Yeah,
always
small
tell
treats.
myself yes. I always tell myself that I'm not perfect and that it's okay to fail. Always
Yeah,
put our trust in our Almighty God. Wow, that
absolutely.
was great. Great
Inspiring.
advices and exactly inspiring indeed. So let's go on to our last two questions.
Already?
Yes, yes, I know. It's so short. But let's go on. So, what role do parents, teachers, or peers play in helping students move away from perfectionism, Kaichen?
Ah, I've been through that. Uh, so yeah, parents, teachers, peers, they have like significant um, power
Yeah.
uh, of influence,
Mm-hmm.
because parents can foster growth mindset as
Yeah.
well as teachers, but it's different because parents, they are closer than a teacher.
Yeah.
By valuing actually efforts and mistakes, while teachers can build a supportive learning environment where mistakes, as I believe, are seen as opportunities for learning. Because of course, the main role of a
Mm-hmm.
teacher is to make sure that every single student are learning well enough in order to extend their knowledge, self-confidence, in order uh, to grow their learning and learn even more and be more open-minded in each and every single lesson. The pair, uh, well, I believe is um, the support it can give maybe is to play a role
Mm-hmm.
by providing uh, encouragement and sense of
Mm-hmm.
maybe belonging, helping students to
Yeah.
feel comfortable enough to take risk and making mistakes, because as you know, sister Kate and sister April, making mistakes, it's a part of life to learn.
Yeah. I
And
agree with
of course, but the thing I want to say is like, uh, if you make the same mistakes twice, ask yourself, with of course God's help, what can I do not make the mistake again?
you. Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, yeah, be advised, be guided by your parents,
Mm-hmm.
by your teacher, by your peers, by your foster parents. Anyone will be here to help you to have the best learning and education.
I agree. I agree. Like parents, teachers, peers, whether it's your friends or classmates, they really play a big role in your in your progress and moving away from perfectionism. At April, do you have something to add on to that?
Yes, Ate, personally, I've noticed that whenever my teachers for subjects that are a little more difficult for me, for
Mm-hmm.
example, French, hello po to the French speaking part of our district, um, what-
Yes.
those teachers, when they're kind and helpful, I tend to ask for help faster.
Mhm.
um, and when I'm struggling, I open up to them, and I actually feel motivated to go to class because I know she or he will be there to help and guide me. So I definitely agree with Ka Etienne that they play a significant role at it.
Yeah, they it really does. It's all, especially from a young age, you tend to be more confident in people who, or trust people who
Mm-hmm.
are more reciprocate. They reciprocate your feelings, your emotions, whether you're going through anxiety, you need a little bit of venting. That's where your friends are do come in. And especially for the parents, like Arlene said, it's definitely very important to give the assurance that that they're doing well, and moving them away from the that you have to be perfect, that because nobody is indeed perfect, right? So last question, Kaitian, what advice would you give to students who feel stuck in a cycle of self-criticism and fear of failure? So if you were to tell our students who are watching, what would you tell them?
Well, uh, yeah, like to all students who are watching, uh, no matter what you are going through in your like study, accept how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's like it's uneasy to do, but the more you find a way in your heart and yourself to accept how you feel, the better you will become.
Yeah.
Because like to take a mindful approach to what you are feeling, it's to acknowledge your emotion and
Yeah.
accept that you are experiencing them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but also the other important things is to be kind to yourself, because adding like overwhelming stress, pressure, worry, anxiety, you are like hurting yourself. So be kind. Have like always try to have positive thoughts and feelings in to yourself. Um, Also, do your best to understand that uh, everyone make mistakes, and
Yeah.
recognize that getting things wrong is a part of parcel
Learn.
of learning something new.
Yeah.
And that's not only for students, it's for everybody who are
Mm-hmm.
working.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and also, if and that's quite important for all students who are member of Church of Christ. If you need furthermore guidance, pray to our Father. Ask him anything, guidance, uh, anything that will help you in your study, guide you to renew and
Yeah.
improve yourself mindfully.
That is a really great advice, Ka Etienne. Definitely, you know, you have to entrust everything to God. That's in first and foremost, indeed. And failing is part of learning, and that's how you progress in life. That's how you will know how to adapt to things. So definitely a good advice. At April, since you're also still a student, what can you give to your fellow students advice?
Prioritize as well your health, your overall health, like eat good, like eat well, drink a lot during the exam period, sleep enough because sleep does a lot. And like Kaitin said, be kind to yourself, and just know that your grades are not who you are.
Hmm.
It's just part of your life and all of that, but that's not, it doesn't define you, and you're more than that. So and yes, and also feel free to be proud of yourself. It doesn't hurt. Yeah.
That's a really great advice, Ate. And you know
Well
what?
said.
Another thing that I will say is that for the students, pray before you take the test. And then just let it happen, because you don't know what God wants for you. So pray before you take the test, and then you should be relaxed enough to just do it. So yes, but of course the best advice you can of course get is from the Bible itself. So here is the verse of the week called Keep Up the Good Fight.
MMA, or mixed martial arts, is now one of the most popular sports in the world. Now, while some train to fight in MMA, others practice it to learn self-defense or simply to become healthy and fit. As Christians, we also need fight training because we too are expected to prepare for a fight. I'm Brother Andre Silva, and in today's verse of the week, we'll find out why we as Christians need to be fight ready. Here in 1 Peter, chapter 5, verses 8 to 9. Be careful. Watch out for attacks from Satan, your great enemy. He prowls around like a hungry, roaring lion, looking for some victim to tear apart. Stand firm when he attacks. Trust the Lord. And remember that other Christians all around the world are going through these sufferings too. So our fight is not in the octagon and not against any MMA fighter. Our fight is a spiritual one, the fight of faith. And our opponent is no amateur. In fact, he is the grand master of lies and evil tricks, the devil or Satan. And that's why the apostles warned us to be careful and to watch out for the attacks from our great enemy. So how can we fight such a powerful adversary? The Bible teaches us to stand firm when he attacks. You have to have a good takedown defense or be able to fight in the clinch. Now, how do we do that? The Bible says, trust in the Lord. Yes, our opponent may be powerful, but never forget, we have the Almighty in our corner. To our friends who are not yet members of the Church of Christ, we invite you, come join us and train with us spiritually so that you can have the skills and training needed and our enemy will not be able to take you down. Stay safe, stay strong, stay faithful. God bless you.
Yes, welcome back to INCRadio Western Europe Satellite Studio. And before we continue, we'd like to thank all ministers and ministerial workers guiding and helping us in INCRadio, also giving their answers and advices in the comment section po. And of course, big shout out to our executive producer, Brother Edwin Asibuke po, and also our beloved Tech in the Philippines. Thank you so much for helping us out. But unfortunately po, we are at the end of our broadcast, so I would like to greet all the brethren in Western Europe po, our resident minister, Kalino Kim Flores, all the brethren in Antwerp, and of course, my family.
Yes, I will also do my personal greeting. Shout out to my family, to Mama Papa, to Bluey, to my brother, to the Woodside family in Cincinnati, Ohio, to Brother Matt. Of course, a big shout out to Kaitien. Thank you so much for always joining us. Shout out to all those who are celebrating their birthdays this week, the past week, and to maybe next week. So happy birthday, bro. And yeah, that would be my part. And shout out to everyone else who is on the live chat. Thank you so much for your advices. We may not have been able to read all of them, but they're definitely really inspiring messages and comments. So make sure to read all of those for yourself so that you'll be ready for your exams. For our fellow students, good luck po and God bless po sa mga exams niya this week. Ayan.
So, yes, see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central European Summertime, and that would be 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Philippine time. And up next, INCRadio United Kingdom. Bye-bye po!
Bye! Thank you po!